Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and we're going to talk about Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. So I have purchased this book, I have read this book, and I am ready to talk about the good and the bad of Journeys Through Radiant Citadel. So let's jump in. So let's talk about the good first. Okay, so first of all, and just so you're aware, the scope of this video will all be good. Right, I'll do a separate video for bad, just so you're aware. All right. So, and actually, I will say this: the good for this is going to go through multiple videos as well. I'm going to cover some of the things I list under good. I'll cover in separate entire videos that just go into. So, if I'm covering subjects from within, as hey, let's talk about this in depth. That's in the good side, which I will list here. So, all right. So, Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. So, first of all, you got to talk about the obvious. It does one thing which gets another thing as part of the first thing. All writers on this are people of color. This is historical. This is unprecedented. This has never been done on any Dungeons and Dragons book. And honestly, I don't think it's ever been done on any other tabletop role-playing game where I don't think there's any other tabletop role-playing game where they had where for years or months or even a series of products they had a non-diverse creation team, which is definitely the case for Dungeons and Dragons for decades, a fairly non-diverse, a macro level non-diverse product for years or even decades, and then acknowledged the problem and then fixed it by having an entirely person of color. So this is historical. It's never been done. It's unprecedented. That's good. I think it's amazing that that Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel is a D&D Canon hardback, and those are incredibly important. They make history. People know them. Once you're in that club, it's like the presidents, right? Like, even if you were a bad president, ain't you always on the list, right? And becoming a D&D hardback, first of all, it elevates 15 people of colors as writers, and they now have the bona fides to go anywhere they want in pretty much actually any non-prejudice places that they want within the tabletop role-playing game community. And it's like winning an Oscar. Like, you can dine out on that for your life, right? And this is a big deal. When you land in D&D, it's a big freaking deal. There are tens of thousands of writers who are trying to accomplish this right now, and every single one of these people of color, their content is real, it's printed, it is in the historical registry of D&D Canon hardbacks, which is the heart of Dungeons & Dragons. You do not get more official, you do not get more important, you do not get more glory than a landing there. It's just how it is, right? So that's incredibly good. So that is a meta issue, that is a meta aspect of the Dungeons and Dragons of Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. What about the content inside? The best thing I found in this thing is the incarnates, and they are amazing. The incarnates are extremely well done and really match anything I've seen in any other D&D book. The Dawn incarnates, which are these collections of. So first of all, in this video, I'm not going to be spoiling any of the adventures, okay? I'm just going to talk about, general infrastructure in the book. So one thing I thought was really interesting was these Dawn incarnates are incredibly well crafted. I mean, like, really, really well crafted. So a Dawn incarnate is essentially a deity. It has the power of a deity, but it is a aggregate collection of souls, okay? And these souls, each one represents a single gem, right? And these Dawn Incarnates are a collection of gems that float together in a shape through magic, right? So their shape is a specific color, a specific gem, and a specific shape. And the shape is a plant or an animal, right? And then these can be interacted with like deities, and they are as powerful as deities, as unique as existing deities in Dungeons and Dragons, but are actually more unique than what you find in existing Dungeons and Dragons. They're doing a ton of innovation, and they really are like absolutely fantastic. And I think we're going to see more of the Dawn Incarnates used in other. I think the Dawn Incarnates will kind of get, if anything in this book becomes famous and beloved and used in multiple campaigns in the future, it's going to be the Dawn Incarnates. Or if they're cool enough to like go beyond Journeys Through Radiant Citadel into other products and kind of show up in other places. The Dawn Incarnates are the best thing in Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, and they are absolutely fantastic and extremely well executed. Okay, so those are, so all of that is good in Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, and there's lots of good things in Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, but the Dawn Incarnates are the best of them. When you're thinking about the good about Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, what were your thoughts? Was there anything that you thought was particularly good that I missed? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.